What? To see what he has to say.
Hey buddy, you can't film me here.
I'm not filming. Today is me and Mike's last day here in Tasmania. Last night, one of our friends from Sydney, Sarah Mizuki, sent us a message saying that she was coming over to Melbourne. So it worked out perfectly because we're actually going to Melbourne today and she's actually coming to Melbourne today. So we're gonna go drop off our supercar, rental car, and then we're gonna go head over to the airport. What is that? Is it a trailer? I straight up thought that was a car.
Yeah. Full for boarding today. We are experiencing a 20-minute delay to the aircraft.
Oh, cheers. Free coffee service. Alright, so there's good news and some bad news. The good news is that we're here, we're at the airport, and the bad news is that our flight's been delayed, but I guess we can sort of make that into good news because it gives us some time to edit photos, chill out, relax, go on our phones, whatever. So essentially we have 2 hours to kill at the airport. I think they just called our flight, so we're gonna go head to the boarding gate and get on our flight back to Melbourne. Alright, so something really cool just happened. So when I got into the city, I headed over to this camera shop and I've essentially got this whole sort of vlogging setup now. That's what it looks like. There. Long story short, we're not shooting with Sarah tonight anymore because she's got to do a couple of things, but I'm still in the mood to shoot. So Mike just sent me a message. We're going to be shooting some street photography, I think. I'm not really sure, but I really feel like getting some good photos tonight. So I'm going to go head into the city, meet up with Mike, and we'll see what we can do. Yo! What's up, bruh?
Hey. Oh, you got it!
Yeah, we got it.
Yes.
This is Mike's first time seeing the new setup, so I've got to remember to look here, not here.
How much better? Oh my god.
So I just met Mike on the rooftop here. It's this cool sort of view of the city. Fuck, I keep looking here. I need to look here, not here. But we're gonna go head on into the city and I think we're gonna do some street photography because that's essentially our favorite type of photography to do. Let's go.
I can't.
Why? What? To see what he has to say.
Hey buddy, you can't film me here.
We're not filming.
You need a license.
We're not filming anything.
Yes, we are. We've got cameras here.
Cool.
Okay.
Wait, why do some people get so angry, honestly?
Yeah, we're going to try some long exposure stacking. So Liam's already talked about this. It's basically we're going to take some long exposures, whole bunch of them, stack them together and get a cool shot.
We were definitely just walking the wrong way. Alright, let's do it. What are we thinking? Next location?
I'm thinking I might want to put on the 70-200. Every time I take one photo with a wide angle, it's shit.
So yeah, that first sort of location didn't really work. Wasn't the exact photo that we wanted to get. So we've had this sort of thought to go all the way down to back where we came from and put on a 70-200 and then we'll shoot all the way back down there to get this nice, really in-depth shot. So we will see how it turns out. I don't know if you can hear me, but a really helpful tip is to get one of these dust buffs. What it does is it just blows the dust off your image sensor.
I'm starving. I want to go get food.
Oh, so it looks like we're gonna go get some food. Yes! This next location we're at is gonna be a long exposure location and it's somewhere that I've wanted to shoot for a while. I've always seen it as I've been driving past it or whatnot. So we're gonna set up here and we're gonna get some long exposures. Alright, so that's pretty much a shoot all done. Now let's go home and talk about the photos. Alright, so we just got home and the day obviously started up in Tasmania and now we're finished here in Melbourne where I live. Anyways, let's just start talking about the photos. So first of all, we have this one here, which I took a still shot at a faster shutter speed because I wanted to have everything in the frame frozen. And then Mike took this photo, which is a combination of long exposures, which I've done a tutorial on. I'll leave a card up here for you to watch that if you want to know how to do that one. So I do like my photo here. There's nothing wrong with it, but Obviously, as you can see Mike's one, there's a lot more in the actual photo. It's more built up because he's combined all those long exposures into the one image. So if I'd have to decide, I'd probably go with Mike's photo for this one, but that's alright. At least I was out there and I was shooting, which is the main thing. So then after we got a feed, we went over to this second location, which was pretty good. I was pretty happy with the shots that I got here because I'd actually taken a photo in my last video here during the day. And like I said before, I've always sort of wanted to shoot here at night, but I've never got a chance to. I've never made time to go out and do it. So the things that I love about this photo is that it's got so much going on. Once again, we have the train at the top here, which creates a nice light trail at the top of the image. Then we have two trams coming back and forth down the center, as well as cars just passing through the center of the frame as well. For this photo, I got Mike to stand on the tracks because I like incorporating a human element into my photos. It just sort of brings them to life a bit, if you know what I mean, rather than just having a landscape. So that's why I put Mike in there, and then I combined the rest of the exposures into the image in Photoshop to create this sort of really full, colorful and vibrant image. But yeah, those are the two photos that we took. If I could take one thing away from today, what I learned would be to just do and just create. So rather than sort of overthinking this video and thinking, oh, what are we going to do? What are we actually going to do today? Am I going to have anything to film? So if I could hand that back to you guys, if you're thinking about, oh, I don't know whether I should go out and take photos today, I'm not even sure like where I'm going to take photos, I would simply just go out to a location, doesn't matter where it is, and go out and simply take it. And I guarantee you'll be happy with the results, because at the end of the day, it's better than staying home and not doing anything at all. So that's all from me today, guys. I hope you learned something. As always, stay inspired, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next one.